Okay. So my name is Tasnim, and my Instagram handle is legs with underscore Taz, and it's mostly about fitness. I don't honestly have any plans with it yet. I just started 4 months ago because I had a lot of free time after my job, so it was honestly a hobby, and I wasn't even expecting all these people to follow me. So that's that. That's my Instagram. And job wise, I am a software engineer. I have a bachelor's in computer science. So currently, I'm working with a Fortune 100 company as a software engineer.
Got you. Now, one thing that I think is strange is okay, you got a perfectly good career, software engineer that pays reasonably well. Why would you then say, all right, I want to stop all that and I'm about to show these legs off? You dig? Legs with Tasneem. Is it Tasneem or like how's that properly pronounced?
Tasneem, if you want to pronounce it with like the accent and everything, but Tasneem is pretty fine. I mean, you pronounce it
Okay, cool.
correctly. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, what
Um,
made you say, you know what, I'm tired of all this computer stuff. We gonna show these legs and make this bread.
well, I really didn't stop what I was doing. I'm still a software engineer. I still work as a software engineer. I just do Instagram on the side because I really enjoy doing it. Like working out is my second favorite thing after programming. Actually, it has to be the first thing because I love powerlifting. I enjoy powerlifting. It's just really fun to me. So, yeah, I started recording myself like majority of the people when they start going to the gym. Started recording myself, started putting it out there on Instagram, and it grew over time. So yeah.
Got you. So let's get to the BS. We're gonna get to the BS ASAP, which is basically you have an issue with Fresh and Fit. We're gonna go through what that issue is. I got some issues with you. I think you even got some issues with yourself, but you might not be aware of those. Yeah. We're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna keep it 1,000 out here, 1,000 wow. So first, per our tradition, we're going to show love to those who show love to us. And Saints, if you have some questions, comments for the lady, please do share those, send those in. Go ahead.
Okay, we have none of the above said I will have to watch it on the playback. Tuition as always.
Okay.
Taylor said tuition saint, keep up the work.
Yes,
On
indeed.
CashApp, we have Johnny sent tuition, and JVR said tuition, peace to the saints.
Peace to the Saints.
Carry on.
Okay. So number one, are you a real software engineer, like at a real
Yes.
company? I know you had said Fortune. I hate to say that, but I know you had said a Fortune 100 company.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I mean, can I text you the name of the company? Because I wouldn't want it to be out there in front of all these people, honestly.
Yeah. No, you don't have to say what company, but you're at a real Fortune 100
Yes,
company.
yes.
At
What I can tell you is we're an oil company, so we're like a third party oil company. Our some of our clients are, for example, Nike.
no,
Um,
no, that's cool. But do you actually do engineering over there? Do you do
yeah,
software engineering or do you do QA?
I type code. So I'm a front end Angular developer. So I work
Okay.
with Angular framework to build website. So yeah,
Okay. Got you.
I'm on like the
So it sounds as though you might be a legitimate software engineer. Now, did you go straight out of FIU into this job?
yes. So I graduated FIU 2021, 2021, and
Uh-huh.
then it took me 6 months to find this job. In between, I was working a
Okay.
sales job at that time. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Now, the reason I ask is because generally speaking, a TikTok thought personality and a software engineering personality are radically different personalities. So I'm like, we damn sure know the TikTok thought is real. We can see the evidence of that. But the question is the software engineer personality real? And so I'm gonna just go ahead and take what you just said. I'm gonna take it and just take you at your word.
I mean,
But
ask me questions. What do you want to know? Do you want me to like talk about my job a little bit more, like school? What?
no, because truth be told, I don't think anybody watching gives a shit about your job. I think what they really like are them thick ass thighs that you got. And I'm wondering what exactly is your business that you're trying to get going from the online side of things. Like, tell me about that.
Like I mentioned, I started Instagram as a hobby. I didn't have any goals with it. I just started posting like majority of the people start posting when they start lifting. And I started growing my legs and a lot of people said, "Oh, you have
Wait,
no,
what
a
they say?
lot of
What
people
they
said
say?
I have a lot like nice legs, and I should put like, leg workouts, or like maybe brands will reach out to me, if they want to advertise their stuff.
Now tell me this: was it people that said, "Oh, you got nice legs," or was
No, my
it
friends. It's my friends.
niggas that was like, "Damn, you turbo thick"? Like what was it?
No,
Oh,
it's
your homegirls.
mostly my friends. Like I have my girlfriends, and people that know me. Those are the people that seen the potential and encouraged me to put myself out there in the platform.
Now, are your friends not proper Bangladeshi Muslims, or are your friends like more like Miami thoughts,
No,
Latinas,
no,
white
no. I don't
girls?
have thoughts for friends. My friends,
Oh, damn.
one of my friends are accountant. One of my friends is nurse. Like we're all educated, and we're come from very proper families.
How do you know you're not an educated thought though?
So like,
Oh, I just boggled your mind. I thought I just boggled your mind. you,
what
you're
is
like,
a
whoa.
thought what is a thought by definition?
Okay, good question.
It
That's
stands
a
for
actually
a thirsty hole over there, right?
that's a meaningful question you ask. So, a thought is a female who is thirsting for attention. She's indiscriminate with the men's attention that she's seeking. That's number one. And then number two, she doesn't know loyalty. She's really a woman who takes her values from the mainstream culture,
Mhm,
and she is whimsical, so she'll deal with this guy, deal with that guy. She doesn't really stand for anything. She's not really suitable to be a wife, suitable to be a mother. And she doesn't really hold her husband or the man who will be her husband in high regard. So the things that she would show him, she would also show others.
mhm. Okay, so an educated thought. I wouldn't say I'm an educated thought based on what I just heard.
I know, but Taz, you know what hurts me? Because I
Mhm.
see I see women like you, nice, good-looking young lady, intelligent, and I think, you know what? You could be something. But you're not gonna be anything because you delusional.
You think I'm delusional?
I know. Oh, I don't think. Oh, I know you delusional. I just want to know, why don't you, like, have you ever for a moment said, you know what? Like, you know how every now and then you watch a cartoon and then they have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on one shoulder?
Mhm.
You've seen that on the cartoons, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's like the saint and the sinner on one shoulder. You dig? You ever just turn to the saint one time and said, you know what, Quet? You right, Quet. Something about me ain't entirely right. Cause
Well,
truth be
I never
told,
said I was completely perfect good. I never claimed that though. That
I,
was not my issue with the podcast.
okay, what was your issue?
My issue was that they considered my content OnlyFans content, and that was not true. I'm not saying I'm
I
conservative.
wish it was. I'm trying to get that link though. You heard me, for the free 99.
What
I'm
do you
trying to get
mean?
some DM photos.
So anyway, my issue was like them telling me it was OnlyFans content when logically it makes no sense, honestly. I think OnlyFans content is more like not I guess it's more nudity than anything,
Is
you know.
your content sexual?
My content? No.
What you mean? My
Oh,
content? Like, who are
I
you sitting
feel
next to somebody right
I
now?
no, I don't think it's sexual. I don't think it's sexual at all.
Oh shit.
I
Hold
think it
on one
can be
second.
considered sexy, but not necessarily sexual.
Okay.
Okay, Kamal said peace to the Saints tuition.
Piece of saying shout out to Kamal. Kamal done pulled up. He didn't see this thick one. Kamal, like, you know what? Let me go ahead and show up real quick. Shout out to the people supporting the work. Um, okay, let's do this then. Can we engage in some metacognition, which is me telling you my thoughts? I'm just gonna bring you inside of my head, and we gonna look at it. We're gonna do a couple of things, Taz, because I want to be fair to you. Number one, we're gonna look at a couple of the clips from Fresh and Fit where they had conversations with you, and were rather where you when you were speaking in particular. And then number two, we need to look at this IG real quick. Okay. We ain't gonna look at the photos that you DM me, but we gonna look at the public IG.
What photo
I'm
did I
messing.
DM
I'm
you?
messing with you. I'm messing with you. All right, look. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so I'm about to pull up your IG right now. Padow. And I'm gonna take everybody on a guided tour through this IG right now. All
Okay.
right.
We have Sith Lord Entertainments and Marquette. You have me over here dying with laughter. Peace to the Saints.
Peace to the saints. All right, now straight off rip, Taz, I'm about to audit this whole mug right now. We about to go through an audit. And gentlemen, Y'all need to record what I'm saying right now and play this for your old lady. If your old lady is with you right now, go ahead, tell her ass to pay attention, okay? Because we all about to learn something today, okay? Taz with these thick ass thighs. Now I wish I could maximize your face so I can see your facial expressions as I go through this, okay? All right, so look, um, first and foremost, I'm starting with the top. When it says legs with Taz, my first thought is legs with Taz. Okay, damn. We focusing on the legs here. We ain't talking about the brains. We ain't talking about the personality. We ain't talking about the education. We talking about some legs right now. And I'm like, okay, so my first thought is, girl, them thighs better be vicious. You heard me? Them thighs, whoo-wee, they better be serious. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I'm looking, I was like, okay, she's following 197 people and she has 33,000 followers. So I'm like, okay, she probably cocky with it. She think that she's somebody. Everybody want to be somebody, like Jesse Jackson said, but she probably thinks she's somebody. Okay, so then I look, it says software developer. My first thought is like, young lady, you probably ain't developing no real software because ain't no way in hell a software developer also wants to be a TikTok thought. So I'm hella suspicious. Then it says 60 kg power lifter. And then I'm like, yo, were you abused as a child? Like, why are you trying to lift heavy right now? Like, that's not even cute, shorty. Like, your trap muscles probably too big. You look like a linebacker for the Dolphins. What the hell is, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in theory.
Oh, you're not talking about my traps. Okay.
No. I'm saying this is what I'm thinking as I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It says, unlike Planet Fitness, this is a judgment-free zone. I'm like, no thought ever wants to be judged. I'm like, oh, thought alert. Because see, thoughts don't want to be judged because they know what they do is wrong and they don't want nobody to talk about it. So they always want a judgment-free zone and they always want a positive vibe, which is don't say anything real or truthful. And you can push back on any of this stuff as once we get through, but I'm gonna take you through. So then I'm looking at, okay, it says pro all these acts. I'm like, I don't know what the heck that is. It says discount something. I'm like, okay, she's trying to make her a little bit of money for sure. Then my first thought, Taz, is let me hit this link. You heard me, see what that OnlyFans do. I ain't gonna pay for it, but I just want to see if it's there. And I'm gonna tell you why I want to see if it's there. Being the kind of character I am, I'm like, I'm trying to categorize you, right? I'm like, is this a one-night jump off? Because if you got an OnlyFans, use a one-night jump off. If you don't have an OnlyFans, I'm like, this is a good side piece potentially, but you've already been ruled out of being a main piece. That ain't even a consideration right now because you didn't shown too much, and I'm a conservative young man. Now, so I didn't click the link. Here we go right here. So let me see what it do. So she has the energy, fuel your destiny, Kata active, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I was like, all right. So these are primarily products for women or what? Tell me a little bit about that, Taz.
So for Bang Energy, it's mostly workout supplements. They have everything: energy drink, creatine, protein powder, etc. For Prozis, it's similar. We sell everything gym related.
So it's
We
men and
sell
women, right?
men and women, yeah. For
Okay, cool.
men and women, you can find anything like from belts, like workout equipment. So, for example, when you deadlift, you need a belt. So we sell all of that. I'm
Cool.
just giving you an example. We sell all of that.
There you go, gentlemen, males and females. If you're going to get some protein powder, you're going to get some creatine, hit her links. There you go. So now I'm back at it. I'm like, all right, she didn't have the OnlyFans. She might be a real good side piece. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, she didn't even bleach blonde. That's what's up. Because I hate to see blonde hair with like brown skin. It doesn't really match up. So I'm like, all right, the face looks cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this and see what your life like. I'm like, all right, mirror selfie. Okay, so she's probably Dolo out there. Live tomorrow with Marquett. Shout out. That's what's up. She knows some bosses. I'm looking at this. I'm like, ooh, is she got a little bit of wagon. Uh-oh. As an expert wagonologist, I can definitely sign off on this, but I'm like, I'm noticing all of the shots are from the buttocks. So I'm like, okay. And so, oh, you messing with that creatine? That's how you done blew them legs up, girl? With that creatine?
I take creatine.
Oh, you different. All right. I'm looking at the shots. I'm seeing consistently the booty is out. Is your boyfriend black?
Yes.
Ah, she done did it. She done did it. Shout out to that young man. And you're a Bangladeshi though, huh?
Yes, I'm South Asian. From Bangladesh, yes.
From Bangladesh, yeah.
Mhm.
Are you guys called Bangladesh or did I just make
Yeah,
that
no,
up?
you said it correctly.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
what we're called. Yeah.
All right. So my first thing is like, all right, you're I'm not gonna go ahead and say you're turbo thick, but I'm gonna say that the thighs are righteous. You dig?
Athletic.
Indeed. So the thighs are righteous. I can mess with that. and you're dating a black guy. So I'm already like, I don't even know if I can mess with you. I don't like to mess with chicks who mess with black guys. I really don't. I really don't. It's a bad sign. It's a bad sign, generally speaking. Is this your first black boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh, word.
Everything.
See,
So
that's the one I was trying to be. Okay, cool. Cool. That's what's up. Uh, anyways, let's go back through this audit. So now I'm looking, I just want to scroll through real quick. I'm like, okay, food, randoms. There's a little black kid. Maybe that's his sister. This is like I'm assuming protein powder.
yes, it's protein stuff. Everything that
Okay.
protein send me every month. That's what.
Disney, Cancun, Miami. Now you live in Miami, so I'm not judging. But if you didn't live in Miami and you had Miami listed, I'm like, okay, this girl's a super thought, because there's like two kingdoms of Thoughtland. Kingdom of Thoughtland number 1 is Miami. Kingdom of Thoughtland number 2 is Las Vegas. Kingdom of Thoughtland, actually, I'm gonna say 2 is Los Angeles. Kingdom number 3 is Las Vegas. These are thought capitals, you dig, of the world. So you live in Miami, that's cool. Now, how'd you end up in Miami from Bangladesh? That's a bit of a trip.
So like 22 years ago, my dad came
Damn,
to America,
like
and
Eddie Murphy.
yeah. So and then after that, my dad applied for citizenship and everything else. So me and my family came here just to visit for the first year. I was 12, and when I was 14 or 15, we moved here permanently. So I started my education at Cooper City High, and then
You an only child?
I'm not an only child. I have a brother. I have a 30-year-old brother.
You said 30?
Yeah, we have a age gap.
That's a
Really good age gap. Yeah,
significant age gap for real, though.
yeah.
Okay, well, that's what's up. All right, now back to this IG. Because you said they didn't said this IG is a bit thotty. They said you look like
No. They
Angelina
told me it
Jolie.
gives them hoish vibes, and they all agreed.
Oh,
Literally, everyone in the panel agreed that this is
everyone?
OnlyFans content. People would pay in OnlyFans to watch this.
Hell nah. But I think it can. I think this kind of content could get people to subscribe to a OnlyFans, but this isn't the content you would put on an OnlyFans.
No,
Does
there
that
was
make sense?
a girl like next to me. She was telling me, "No, this is the OnlyFans content. Like you were literally posting OnlyFans
Yeah,
content."
but she's probably a broke and we'll go. Oh, I didn't even. I'm trying not to curse, but she's
Oh,
probably. I'm trying not to. But anyways,
so many things to share. Oh my god.
so my first thing is like I'm looking at these photos and they're all like bikini photos, like on the first row. So I'm instantly like, nah, for sure. Like I could not wife this up. This is not gonna go. And then the second row, it's all booty shots. And I'm like, okay, you ain't even thick like that to be putting it out there. But I'm sure there's some guys that are like, yeah, this is what they're looking for. I'm not saying I wouldn't break your back. I would, but then I'm going to the third row, like, damn, shorty, you didn't wrote a whole paragraph on IG. What the hell is going on here? So apparently Fresh and Fit then pissed you off because this is your Fresh and Fit
Yeah.
tirade right here, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a little break from the IG thoughtism and let's just dip into the Fresh and Fit situations that occurred, shall we?
Okay.
All right. So let me pull up the first one, and we're gonna start from when they first introduced you, and we'll just do a little bit of analysis and do some learning.
Okay.
Would you consider your boyfriend a thug or just like a normal square black guy? Like, what kind of black guy is this?
He's just very proper.
Very proper?
Yeah, like I would say you guys are similar in a few ways, actually. Like the way you guys talk, the way you guys present your thoughts. So yeah.
Is that right? That's what's up. That's what's up. So like low key, you're saying you're trying to slide right now. I feel you.
No, not at all.
I was slick as hell though. Shout out to Shorty right here. She's slicker than a bug. She like, yeah, my boyfriend, he is the shit. My boyfriend's the shit. He kind of reminds me of you.
That's not what I was
You
trying
were
to
trying
say.
to upgrade this boy like a motherfucker. Shout out though.
I'm not like
She
that.
low key with it. Yo, that's a beautiful thing. I'll be out there. You know, I get to Miami every now and then. Anyways, now let's get back to it. All right. So y'all had AB on at that time. Were you like, man, AB is a weirdo? Or were you like, oh, AB,
I
he's
was
good.
like, he's a weirdo because he made so much comments. I'm like, you don't even know me. How
Oh, wait, what happened?
he said I would make a good side chick because I believe not all men cheat. So they believe, the whole panel believes that all men cheat, and they even convinced me. I was like, I might have gotten cheated like two or three times over the years, you know.
Yeah, low key. See,
So,
it's the honorable men who have the decency and the ability to be careful enough to not get busted. You heard me? That's a consideration. And I always say, if you ain't gonna be good at it, just don't do it. Anyways,
I'm sorry. I'm like, did I make
yeah, let's look at this clip. Here we go. So you got AB big teeth ass. Here we go. I think this is the introduction. And can you ask AB to stop wearing his own brand? Because that shit sucks. Why am I so foul today? I don't know either. Okay, so you're from
She
Vegas
belongs
as well.
to the streets.
They're both friends.
You went to high school in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about you?
Hello, everyone. So my name is Tasnim, and
First off, why you try to like pull up all like with the quiet voice and stuff?
I'm just very mellow. That's it.
Why?
I'm
Why
a
you-
shy, mellow girl. That's like the software engineer part, introverted, shy, mellow. Like I don't go
Ooh, you
anywhere.
scamming. Ooh, you scamming.
I'm
Well, we
not.
got-
I
no,
told
we
you I
talking
stay
about
home
it today.
all the time. You can check my IG
Yes.
every time I go out. It's with my boyfriend.
Taz, I ain't about to let you scam everybody. No, not today. This scamming must stop today. Look, number one, you're what I like about you is that you know how to run game, and you run in major games because like you got all these ratchet hoes on there, OnlyFans hoes, stripper hoes, single moms, you know, all these little dirt bags, and then they come to you and you're like, "Hi, my name is Tasneem. I'm from Bangladesh. I grew up in a Muslim family. I'm a software engineer." And everyone's like, "Oh, this is a breath of fresh air. Where did they get her?" Except every wise man knows that birds of a feather flock together. And it's like the veneer of things might look a little bit different, but underneath it's all the same. Because truth be told, like if you weren't like them, you wouldn't be there with them. And I'll tell you what I mean. When I'm like, I was just recently coming back to the country and I was on a flight. I booked my flight late. And so I paid $1,500 for the ticket, but everyone around me had paid like $200 because they booked theirs reasonably in advance. And I was sitting in coach class, like among the most low life individuals possible. And I was looking around like, God damn, what am I doing here? I was like, I got to stop doing this kind of stuff. Which is to say that everyone there who was among each other, they were with each other for a reason. And if you're not like that, you wouldn't be there, right? So it's like, the people who are not like these people, they're either in the first class or they're in semi-private or they're flying private. Just the mere fact that you were there with a bunch of hoes is like, there's no way there's like 10 hoes and then one saint. There's not 10 hoes and one nun. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's what I have to say though. I used to, when I even went in the show, I even told Myron that I used to watch him and Andrew Tate, their content. And, you know, up until then, when I got to experience whatever I experienced, I told him like, I actually agree with some of the things you guys say. And I see the type of women you guys bring, and they're very, you know, like questionable, like their life choices, etc. And even Myron told me, you know what, you can say I bring dumb on the show. He at the end, he even says that himself.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Anyway, I just wanted to be there to have a conversation, really, to see like where it goes, since I don't have the same way of thinking as those women.
But you do though. Yo, you do though. Here's the thing. You all of you women show up because you have a monstrous hunger for attention. And I know this, and I'll tell you why I know this for a fact. Because I used to run a similar show. We have in between 3 to 13 girls per show, right? Mm-hmm. And I always tried to invite women that I would find interesting in having as a main piece. You heard me? I was like, I could use this as a funnel. What's that?
Me though. I asked them if I could come in.
Right. It's the same thing. The point is this: whether you're asking them or they're asking you, the ones that actually show up on the show, those are the ones that are all driven by a monstrous hunger for attention. Because all of the women I asked who were civilized, they had normal jobs, they were planning to, you know, work a proper career. They had boyfriends that they actually care about. You know, they're dedicated to their man. They have values. They need to represent themselves in a certain way. They didn't want nothing to do with an online dating show. They didn't want nothing to do with like, and mind you, my show is way more mild than the Fresh and Fit show. Like the Fresh and Fit show, Chicks is getting cussed out. Everybody's a stripper. Everybody's an OnlyFans chick. Some of them are real live street strollers. Chicks are getting kicked off. People showing up, kicking in the door with Timberland boots.
I didn't know about the show that much. I just watched clips. I didn't know anything about the show. I never watched the whole show. Everyone kept asking me, why'd you go there? I was like,
The clips are of the most outrageous parts, though. So you just verified my point. You don't take a clip of the quiet part. You don't take a clip of the meaningful discussion. You take a clip of the most lit part.
They say valuable things, though. Sometimes they do say valuable things. I'm not gonna.
Oh, absolutely. If they didn't say anything valuable, nobody would watch the show.
But on my end, like what? That's how YouTube is customized, though. Whatever you like to watch, you get more of that. So
can you keep it real with your boy, real just one time?
Mhm.
Do you have a monstrous desire for attention?
Monstrous desire for attention. I wouldn't say that.
I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't say that. I knew you wouldn't say that.
I really like posting on Instagram. That's about it.
You like posting on Instagram?
Yes.
And what?
That's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I never accepted it as one of my main career choice because I know it can be, there's like an ugly side of it, and there's like sometimes it doesn't even work out. So
you see, one thing I like about the Quran, I think it's the 109th surah. It basically says that you ain't got to mess with this. Like, if you don't want to mess with this religion, you ain't got to mess with it. And like, say you claim that you're born into a good family, you're raised in a good culture. And one thing I'm not sure about how it happens, but some people just ain't got the saintly nature, but it's weird because they'll never admit to it. And that's the thing that perplexes me about thoughts. Like, have you ever met a thought that said, yes, I am a thought. Like, I am a thought. I don't have any self-value. I'm just going to throw my, like, they all deny it. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but I have also been around girls that constantly love attention, and I don't think I'm like them.
You said you like posting on Instagram.
Yeah, that's because like I said, I would like to pursue.
I don't even like posting on Instagram, and I get paid for it. So why would you like it? Like, I get paid to post on Instagram, and I don't even like posting on it.
Life can't be just about work. You have to find something that keeps you excited, happy. So that's different for everyone.
Exactly. So what you're looking for is a value. So for me, the value would be financial. And it's not even financially valuable enough that it's going to drive my behavior. But for you, the value is not financial. That's what I'm saying. The value is the attention. And it's the attention that stimulates your psyche, which is what drives you to post on there. You're getting likes, and it makes you feel self-important, self-esteem. That's what's driving you. Because it's not like you post on Instagram and it changes anything in your physical reality. It only changes your psychological feeling, which is the attention piece. Like, if I'm wrong, let me know, love.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you say, Daddy, you're right?
Why would I say that?
Just because I like to hear it. You're be carrying on. Anyways, I like that we got there, though. I like that we got to that piece of realness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my fear for you, and I saw what they were trying to do on the show, and I didn't really appreciate it, which is they were trying to convince you to say something you were not about to say. Even though it's the truth, you weren't about to say it. And I think that happens a lot, is that like two people have different views. And instead of me just saying, hey, Taz, do what you do, believe in what you believe, I'm over here trying to harass you to get you to say something out of your mouth that you don't actually believe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what I observed that happened in that episode. Like, how did you feel?
I think they were a little too pushy about the Instagram thing. To be honest, like, can I ask you a question? Like, majority of the fitness girl that you see on Instagram.
You're asking me a question.
Yeah, I'm asking you, like, majority of the women that you see that post their fitness progress, right? Yeah. Let's not even talk about influencer. I'm not even saying be influencer, get paid, whatever. When a girl goes to gym, usually she likes to post content of herself working out. And when you see those accounts, what do they usually show?
That ass.
Okay.
That ass, baby.
So even like maybe my Instagram isn't doing all that great right now, but you got to start somewhere, right? You learn, you live and you learn, you go through like the process and then you learn. And I started 4 months ago. I didn't even start posting all of that. Like,
I think you're doing really well from a follower standpoint. And I think that with a little bit of guidance, you could learn how to, take those thighs, because there's a lot of cats that have died for some thighs like that. So, we can definitely monetize it. But the challenge is, are you being real with yourself? And I think it was the lack of authenticity, which is like, if you say, hey, look, I'm about to monetize my body. I don't plan on doing, but I'm willing to get, this close, and I'm out here monetizing my body. And I would prefer to do that over, making money from my brain, which would be software engineering. I'm at a Fortune 100 company. That's a prestigious position. But for some reason, I find this to be more appealing, and this is what I want to do. I think that was just like, people were like, look, you ain't really keeping it real with where you're at, which is to say, like, there wasn't an enormous gap between you and the 10 women you were sitting among. But whereas you look at them, like, low key, you look at them the way I was looking at them broke ass people in that coach class. And I'm not saying you're broke if you fly coach. I fly coach all the time. It was just this particular plane from this particular destination. But I was looking at these like, please don't let any of them touch me. Don't breathe on me. I'm not about to say hi to nobody. Keep your kids over there. That kid has Down syndrome. What's going on with the genetics on this side of things? Like, I was looking at them like, darling, it's appalling. The poor. Like, you were looking at those girls like I was looking at them people around me, which is like, hey, we're on two different planets, when low key, like, y'all was kind of.
Honestly, I didn't even understand that's how it was going to be. I went there and I was like, holy shit. Because at one point he made a comment that completely blew my mind. I was like, am I supposed to laugh at this? Because everyone else is laughing. What the hell do I do? They were talking about men being lazy, etc. And they said a man who watches Netflix is gay. By definition, that's not what gay is. Like, they
everybody
like
better cancel their Netflix right now.
No, listen, like, the fact that they like to talk about facts and statistics and all these real things, watching Netflix really doesn't make a man gay.
I hope
By
not.
definition,
Cancel
that's
my
not what
Netflix
gay is.
immediately. Get me on Hulu. Everybody get a Hulu membership immediately. Nah, for real though. They said that? They tripping over
No, they
there.
said that. Yeah, it's like, oh, watching Jeffrey Dahmer is gay. I'm like,
Hey, Jeffrey Dahmer was a weirdo though. You're aware of this,
you
right?
know, it is, but it's a great show still, like,
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Okay, cool. Let's look at this clip real quick. After you start whispering, "Hi, I'm Taz." You thought you was doing ASMR over there. Hi, I'm Taz. All right, let's go.
Wait.
Please,
What
please,
is it?
I'm begging you.
Sorry.
Stop,
Was I not?
Stop shouting at us. Stop shouting, okay?
Am I shouting?
No, I'm
No. Just speak up a little bit. But what's your name? Sorry.
My name is Tasnim.
Tasnim.
Well, if you want to pronounce it my cultural way, it's Tasnim.
Okay.
So I'm South Asian, and I came here when I was 16. I did my bachelor's in computer science.
Where are you from? Are you from Laos or where?
I'm from Bangladesh.
That was random as hell, Myron. Hey, somebody tell Myron this was random. Somebody said Laos.
what is that?
Laos is just a random little country that was it always called Laos, or is it formerly Burma?
I didn't even hear he said that.
Yeah, Laos is somewhere nobody ever. I need to go to Laos just because I thought Laos was like formerly Burma. I'm tripping. But whatever the case is, I never met a Laotian person in my life. But what were you wearing? Was this like a onesie?
No, it was a jacket on top of like a top.
Oh, on top of a top. You know what a romper is?
Romper, yeah.
Yeah, I love rompers. Just whenever we meet, I love rompers. Okay, I just want you to know that. Let's carry on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Because you said South Asians. I was like, wait.
Well, a lot of people doesn't know what Bangladesh is.
Oh no, we know. We definitely
We
know. So I was like, wait, what? Okay. So did you go to high school? Like, where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school here in Cooper City High.
Real quick, did you feel like any of those hoes were hating on you?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Okay, because I'm just looking at some of their faces while you're talking, and it just looks like they have some hate in their blood. Like they're just like not feeling it, particularly baby girl on the far right. This one right here. Yeah, like the whole time it seemed like
at the end she doesn't like me. She thinks she and I would fight all the time, which I don't know why. I'd never even met her in life. So
you see how I picked that up so quick though?
yeah, you did. You didn't have myself.
Yeah, I keep an eye out on everything, and I feel
Mhm.
like I can read a woman's soul like that. I know them better than they know themselves. Baby girl was certainly jelly, and that's an unfortunate thing. But if I put y'all in a stable together, y'all both gonna work. I tell you that, because she gonna try to outwork you. She was definitely not feeling you. She felt like you thought you were better than her. But let's carry on though, because she's giving you that dirty look.
Oh, that's
Okay, so you're from Miami. I was
yeah,
considering
I
you
am
from
from
Miami.
That's a
Miami.
W.
Yeah.
Cooper
Okay.
City. That's a W, man.
All right, how old are you?
I am 21. I
Oh.
did start college when I was 16
Fresh.
Okay.
because I have like this educated family background. They always pushed me for that.
Mm.
And currently,
You said you started high school at 16 or you left high school at 16?
No, I left high school at I started college at 16.
Okay, you graduated
Yeah, I
early.
skipped 11th
Alright.
and 12th grade. So
Okay.
other than that, I'm
Not surprised, Bangladeshi background. Okay. And let me guess, they pushed you to be.
The one in the green is not feeling it. Was her hair fake? Keep it real with your boy.
Oh wait, what? Whose hair?
The one in the green with the green top, was that fake hair I'm seeing in front, like that little
I
like yellowish
don't
hair?
know honestly.
If
I
you
don't
had to bet your money, is that fake or real hair?
know. I don't know honestly. I have no idea. I don't like fake hair, so I don't know.
Very good. Carry on.
A doctor?
No, I'm actually an engineer.
See,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
She's
you're
smart.
So you're in college right now studying engineering.
No, I am an engineer, software engineer with the Fortune 100 company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So you're an engineer right now, and you
Yes.
have your bachelor's degree in engineering,
I have a bachelor's in computer science.
computer science. Okay,
Yes.
where'd you get that from? What
Florida
school?
International University.
Okay, FIU.
Yes.
Cool. And then single relationship.
I am in a relationship of 5 years
Uh-huh.
and
Nice.
body count 2.
Oh shit.
Why you start lying though? Like you were doing really well until you started lying.
How so?
Like why you just gonna lie and just like body count too? Like why you gonna do that to us?
If you don't believe it, you don't. I don't
Okay.
know
Hey,
what
check,
else to say.
hey, check this out though, shorty. Let me do some math real quick. When'd you lose your virginity? What
Hmm.
age?
Do I
Now don't
really-
start thinking, just tell me the age. Because we about to break it down. Go ahead.
I was 16.
You're 16. All right, cool.
I met my boyfriend.
No. Don't tell no. No, none of that. We
Okay.
gonna get to the bottom of this. I
Okay.
know math. Look, you've been with your man 5 years, right? Go ahead. You said 5 years. You 21 right now, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So 21 in 5 years, that means that you were 16 when you met him, right?
Yes.
But you also lost your virginity at 16.
Yes.
And it's
The
two
same year.
different
I met him the
guys.
same year.
What?
I met him the same year.
So you lost your virginity to one guy, didn't last with him for an entire year, and met the second guy,
Yes.
and then just stayed with him the whole time.
Yeah, I did.
Then would y'all go to high school together?
No, we didn't. I met him my first year of college.
Okay, got you. Oh, he pulled up on you and kicked that game at you?
I met him in the gym actually.
Oh, when you was doing the booty exercises, he walked up on you like, as an expert wagonologist. Like he was looking at the yammies.
No, I was actually nothing back then. I was very skinny. Whatever I know is because of this guy, honestly. We go to gym all the time together. Everything I know, everything I learned, all like honestly, the reason why I'm so much into weightlifting is because of him, because we like doing it together so much. So
Damn, that's crazy. So you're telling me he got the yammies
he's
too?
my best friend, literally.
He's your best friend? He thick as hell too?
No,
Boyfriend thick as hell. Shout out to Sith. He writes, the way he breaking this math down is legendary. We can all see through this deception. Tell me this, Taz. Let's say hypothetically you've been with two males, as you've said, right?
Mhm.
So I'm assuming the first experience was like lackluster because it was your first time, first guy, wasn't like really anything special, right?
First time, honestly, the reason why it even happened is because no one in my family spoke about sex, like how important it is, etc. So when the time came, I wasn't sure how to make my decision, and I feel like I had to do it because I loved the person so much, and I thought if you want to keep them, you'd have to have sex with that.
You need to
That's
bust it open. Yeah.
It's because in our culture, like that's kind of like a prohibited topic. You don't talk about sex.
Right. And you don't do it, but you that part up though.
So, I mean, what do you expect? A girl comes to America, like the cultures get mixed. You are hanging out with different group of people now. So, and I also came here when I was a teenager, which is a very crucial part of your growth. Like you really learn how to like grow into an adult around that age.
Do you
Right.
remember what my question was?
Yeah.
What was the question?
You asked me about the guy that I had sex with the first time. Something in regards to that. That I remember that. Sorry if I
So,
got sidetracked.
so do you remember my question or not?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. It's
It might
okay.
have been
It's
something
okay.
in regards to the first
It's
guy.
okay. It get like that. That's what I'm noticing in 20. What year is this? 2023. Ooh, wait, 2023. Y'all attention span is bad. And it's ironic because historically the female, you guys are superior communicators by nature, and you guys used to be really empathetic and good listeners. And so like listening requires that you get out of yourself and you're like trying to figure out what the other person is talking about. But if you're self-interested, you're like, nah, forget all that. I got something to say. I'm about to say what I gotta say.
You asked me about the why did I have sex with the first guy or something like
Nah, I didn't
my
ask
virginity.
why.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's not that was not it. It's all good. You can go back, rewind this joint. Anyways, but we're gonna go back to the footage. Here we go.
Shit. Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Thank you.
Because I'm not.
Oh my goodness. Yo, you said a body count of 6, right? You always multiply 3.
Not here. Not here. I'm from a strict Muslim culture, so.
Yo,
See that Taz, that's what messes me up right there. And it really the reason a lot of guys get tricked is
Mhm.
because they think women are trying to manipulate them and trying to trick them. What they don't realize is the women have actually also tricked themselves. So you actually believe that you come from a strict Muslim culture. You believe that. So then when you tell the guy that, he believes it because you're so serious and so authentic about that. But if you came from a strict Muslim culture, none of the things that you're living today would be the case. Like you wouldn't be, you damn sure wouldn't be on Fresh and Fit. Cause I know chicks who ain't regular white girls who ain't gonna go on no Fresh and Fit. You wouldn't be putting booty pics up on Instagram. You wouldn't be not wearing hijab. You wouldn't be not making salah. You would be living in a radically different way. But you're saying that you're from a strict Muslim culture, which is
I think I said
impossible.
that wrong, honestly. I shouldn't have said that. I guess I should have said like rather like a cultural background where sex is valued. You know, like I was taught by my parents the reason why I don't go around and sleep with people is because my mom told me that you are supposed to, save yourself at the time. You're supposed to save yourself for the people you love, and sex is very spiritual. So you're supposed to have sex with not just random people that you genuinely connect with. That part I kept it with myself, you know. Like maybe I didn't keep every single thing that I learned. Obviously, that's not going to happen because you bring a girl from that other country here and she's having all these other different people around her.
Right.
Obviously that's going to have an effect, right?
I mean, most cases, yes, that's going to have a tremendous effect. In most of the cases. That's why I'd have brought you here. I'd have had you in Islamic school. You dig? We'd have lived in a closed off community. I'm like, hey, stay away from the blacks. Stay away from the blacks, the Latinos, and the whites. Everyone, low key, stay away from everybody. Now, since your parents are actually Bangladeshi, were they like, look, the darkies, please, no.
Well, wait, what do you mean? I don't really get the question.
Okay, here it is. You're Bangladeshi. Your
Mhm.
parents are fresh out of Bangladesh.
Yes.
You done showed up with a black guy. Are your parents like,
My parents wouldn't approve of that.
you said they wouldn't or they didn't?
They wouldn't. They don't approve.
Oh, okay.
of
Tell me
dating like
more
that.
about right after this one. Tell me more about that. Money Mindset writes, the Deen is a beautiful thing. Analyze the religion, not its people. The literature is ample in game. Character of the woman and her piety is number one. Don't be fooled by them claiming to be strict Muslim. You know, I always have to judge something by its products. I think you're right. The Quran is a beautiful thing, but you also have to judge by the products, which are the followers or those who say that they're the followers.
On Cash App, we have Teddy Fresh sent $50.
Baller
It
alert.
said, "Peace to the saints, paying what I owe."
Peace to the saints. And thank you to those supporting the work. We appreciate it.
Carry on.
Okay, so you're just about to tell me something.
So wait, what were we talking about?
Okay, good. You gotta stop. Do you smoke marijuana?
No, I don't smoke or drink.
You've never smoked marijuana.
Well,
Or
I have before,
okay,
but
you
not
stopped.
like
Good. Stay off of it. Look, what you were about to explain to me is your parents' view of your black boyfriend.
oh yeah, right. Well, they don't I don't want to say it online because I know there's a lot of people watching. I don't want their safety or whatever because I've received a lot of backlash anyway. They're okay with any other race but black. That basically they don't want me to. Yeah, it's because it's because in our culture, the country was colonized by people in England, right?
Okay.
So there's a lot of whitewash going on in there. They don't even like themselves. Okay, they don't even like their own color. Bleaching is a huge deal in Bangladesh. Like these people are brainwashed to believe that white is pretty.
I can
Okay,
dig it.
so
I can dig it. I think there's nothing wrong with
not that they're racist. It's just they're very brainwashed because they're not rude to black people. They're not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to be like
They're white supremacists. They're white supremacists. This is very common. This is very common. And you know, the ironic thing is that you find white supremacists in every color. So I'm not going to hate them for that. No, I totally understand. And especially with them being fresh out of Bangladesh, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't judge them for that at all. And in fact, I rather respect it because if I have a strong culture, I want to maintain my culture, and you going outside of my culture is not maintaining that. So I get that. Okay, fair enough. Carrying on. Here we are back to the footage. Now, I appreciate you being open and you know, sharing all this insight with us. Oh man, I didn't pop her off. There we go.
I will say though,
Wait, why isn't your hair covered though?
Oh,
Well, I did grow up here, so culture.
but no, I will
She
say
definitely said she comes from that. She didn't
Cooper
say
City
she.
girls are good girls. I don't know why it maybe further up north, but they're pretty good girls. I don't know
Not
why.
the cap.
But,
Well, in my case, I would say mostly my culture. My parents,
okay,
Translation: she has a dad.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he saved her. He saved
Yeah, he
her.
has a dad. But hey, she's still not covering her hair, so
Haram.
okay.
What about you?
What about you? Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's your girl,
It's your girl.
Bree
No.
Prince.
this is the girl is talking.
No, you're not anybody's girl. Actually, you're the streets' girl. But she seems like a nice person all the same. She seems like a nice person. Here's the
Seems
second
like
thing.
a nice person. Yeah.
Would you kick it with any of the girls on that panel? Like, would you like go,
No.
social that? You can't mess with none of them. Why? What's wrong with them girls?
Let's just say people that has like that post OnlyFans stuff, like the OnlyFans girl that they all had OnlyFans. One of the girls had OnlyFans, but she didn't say it. She told me, but I'm not gonna say what it. She told me, but she didn't tell in the past. But I don't blame her though. Listen, whether you're a hoe or not, you don't deserve that kind of behavior for anybody.
Mhm.
Okay, I think it's disrespectful regardless. If you don't like these kind of women, just move forward. Whatever. But I wouldn't, because like it doesn't make sense morally. Maybe my morals are up in my own way, but I have found people that
Like,
align.
that's just too far. I can't go that far.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
No, I'm saying you said you just couldn't go that far. You can't go like down that low. That's too low. Hanging out with OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Majority of my friends are educated. They have their career going on. So
Do you have any friends who are like super bad and like super bad that you would recommend?
super bad that I would recommend. Like,
Yeah,
what do you mean?
like she's fine.
Oh, like you mean like looks wise? They look
yeah.
really okay.
They're good looking, they're intelligent, and they're single.
I don't have single friends currently, so
That makes perfect sense. Okay, carrying on. Do you think they're all faithful, all your girlfriends?
oh yeah.
Shit.
would be the one that he's
No
lying
way.
to. Because
Okay. Why?
Because if he's lying to her, like let's say me and my boyfriend we've been for 5 years and he's been lying to me for 2 years and another.
Yeah.
That means he doesn't want to.
See that right there?
Mhm.
That right there? That vulgarity. See, I try not to curse.
Mhm.
Now, my interpersonal relations, I don't really curse. I get on here, I tend to get lit. I might let a few slip.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I don't like when women curse.
Okay.
And ironically, I've noticed consistently that guys that are a little bit grimy, they tend to like good girls. And what I feel like I'm watching you on the panel, if I didn't hear about the background just to listen to you speak at this point, now you're starting to sound like them.
I see. But I do curse a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do curse.
Why?
I mean, I get it though. If you don't like that, that's
Yeah. Now you ain't my piece. You old boy piece. But why though?
why.
Yeah.
Why do I curse? Well, not a lot, but like I do curse often.
Get that guy out of there. Get that guy. You see which one I'm talking about? Do you see?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Hey, you don't want sleeping on the job, don't get me foul. Shit. So why you be cursing though?
Um, if I get, let's say, if the conversation gets heated, if I get asked like something over and over again, but it depends. It depends.
Have you
I would
have you
still
ever hit a man?
cuss. Hmm?
Have you ever hit a man?
No, never,
Never. Have you ever thrown anything at a man?
never,
Have you ever spit on a man?
never.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. Okay. All right. All right. Would you get married and get pregnant by this black guy that you're with?
Yeah, we're working on marriage. So,
So you think that your parents are gonna sign off on that?
I well, all that happened before with the whole disagreement boyfriend that was 5 years ago. Right now, me and my parents are in a good place because I proved them that regardless of like what my interests are, I can still maintain an education, maintain my good behavior, or like just be a decent person. So they're okay with it, and I'm pretty sure if I bring him up, then they would trust my choice because I'm doing great in life in their eyes. So yeah.
Has your father seen your
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna ask. My mom, my dad, my entire family.
He was like, I know what you're
Yeah.
at. Oh, the whole family done seen it?
Yes, yes. Even back in the country, they all seen it.
Oh, your dad was like, oh my God, I have to call my brother.
No, actually, my dad is the most understanding one.
Word?
Yeah,
No
my
what?
dad knows me. Like
There we go.
my dad always showed me what it's like to respect a woman. That way, when I go outside, I know exactly what man is trying to disrespect me and not. But he never told me like my clothes had to do anything with it as long as I, maintain a level of conservativeness. You know,
Okay. So
yeah.
your dad was the coolest with the whole situation. He was like, "Oh, you are kind of thick."
My dad said that's fashion. That's why when he saw that's fashion, literally, I didn't know my daughter had great fashion sense because,
Wow.
yeah. So
Damn.
that's his reaction.
So your dad is pretty liberal then.
And my dad has just been here for 20 years. He's seen a lot. So
Okay, yes, your dad is liberal. Okay, understood. Okay, fair enough. All right. Damn. Okay, cool. Shit. That was wow. Okay.
because the reason why I knew you
I
were
need to
gonna
pull
ask
up in
me that,
Bangladesh, see what's going on over there.
the reason why I knew you were gonna ask me that because that's the number one question I received after that podcast. Everyone was like, "Oh, does your family know? Does your family know that you wear this? You wear them?" Like my entire family knows my Instagram. So there you go.
And you know what? I can respect the fact that you didn't put it under a fake name and you're not hiding. That's a level of realness I can appreciate. I think mostly people view the father as the one who stands for the principles, the one who is the leader, and so he's the ideological guide. He's the one who has the values, and he's the one who's the strictest and holds the line. And I think we often have a belief that when the father crumbles in that position and fails to engage it, then the offspring go astray. And I think that's why presumably people are like, "Oh, did your dad see it?" Because they're assuming that if he saw it, he would have corrected it. Whereas you're like, "Nah, he saw it." He's like, "Damn, girl, you are thick. Damn, your mama ain't got yammies like that. Get your mama some creatine." Okay. Cool, cool. All right, so hit us with that one. He writes on the show. She said her dad was too old to use IG and had not
No,
seen it. She capped it. Oh my good, the internet's undefeated. Go ahead.
no.
Oh, you
Did I
lying?
say that? Has not seen it? I said my
Man.
parents doesn't know about my boyfriend.
Wait, what do you mean they don't know about your boyfriend?
They don't know about my relationship because I can't. My boyfriend's black. I can't tell them until marriage.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Are you telling me you didn't kept a 5-year lie?
I have to because we're not married, so I
You
can't.
didn't kept a 5-year lie?
I
Oh
had
my,
to.
you're a master of deception. You're a master of deception. You have perfected the art of lying. I need to take some classes. My lie game is weak. I need to take some classes. Do you have a seminar? That's what you need to be selling. How to lie effectively. 5 years of experience. God damn. That's
But
crazy.
okay, here's the thing. Currently, my current post, they haven't seen that maybe, but they have seen my Instagram in general.
Wow.
That my cousins literally sent my Instagram thinking it would do something to me. That was way
Oh, your
back.
cousins tried to snitch you out to your
Yeah, yeah.
parents?
They did. They did. I didn't share that story because they didn't. Well,
Was this the female cousins or the male cousins?
no, I have a cousin and she's gay, by the way. So
Wait,
she's
it's
Yeah. Listen.
send the asteroid. Send
the,
it.
the reason why I say it's a big deal is because she didn't say that she was gay, and it's a big deal in the culture, right?
But it's a big deal in every culture.
No, it's a big deal in every culture. I guess, especially in that though. Like in
Wait,
America.
she
people
live
are
in
cool about it.
Bangladesh or she live in America?
Huh? No, she
She
lives
li-
in America. She was born and raised here.
Oh, no wonder she's lost. Darius writes, why is there so much disdain for fellow Black people within the Bangladeshi community, even though we encounter similar obstacles within the world? This man asking deep philosophical questions. Why is there so much disdain? I have the feeling that you don't, like, you're not the representative to answer this question right here. But I appreciate that question. Kyle writes, just got my 2 mile in while listening. Peace to the saints. That's a beautiful thing. And Taz, I know that you appreciate fitness. So shout out. And then we have Sith writes, quote, a ninja must see through deception. Guess her boyfriend didn't get the memo. Just, I'm sure he knows that you've been hiding him for 5 years.
Yeah,
Right?
no, he knows that. He's been through the experience, so he knows exactly why I've been hiding.
Yeah.
He's been
Wow.
through a really bad experience. Trust me. Let me tell you.
Oh, go ahead. Tell me then.
My parents tried to charge him for, okay, when he didn't me. I had to protect him. I had to protect my relationship, and I had to protect my parents from this whole thing. Okay, so it's not an easy situation. That's why I say, like, you hear one thing and the other. It's so easy to like just say your own thing. So
You said your parents tried to charge the brother for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need my fade. Yeah, I'm gonna need that fade. Wow. Oh, that's hatred. That's a higher. See, I can appreciate a little bit of discrimination, a little bit of racism. No, that's hatred. That's hatred. That's a different level. Especially because your father, he doesn't actually stand for anything. Like, I would respect if he was like, you know what, Marquett, I'm from Bangladesh. I only consent to her being with a guy who's Bangladeshi or something nearby, like something that looks Bangladeshi. You could confuse it for Bangladeshi, like from Nepal or India, like something like that, Pakistan, something like that. And if he was like, you know what, I'm a Muslim man, I've regulated all of my family, and my wife wears hijab or niqab, and my daughter keeps her body covered, and we all live by these values. But it's just pure hatred. And as much as he don't stand for nothing, like, if he's not looking at you like, baby, put your clothes on, he's like, I'm gonna let you do everything American, but when it comes to doing one of the common American things, which is interracial dating, now I gotta hit a nigga with a case. That's kind of ridiculous and hypocritical. I can't blame you for raging against this boy. He don't stand for nothing. You're like Marquette, I realized that long time ago. I hear you. Just I hear you. Let it simmer. That's crazy. Shout out to your boyfriend. He a crazy son, because I would have had to dip. I'm like, nah, I can't be catching a case out here. That's the worst case. This boy about to be sitting in a Romanian jail next to Tate. Sith writes, wait a minute. If that's true, that's low. I can understand why you hide, old buddy. I mean, good Lord, baby. Damn. Woo. Abdullah writes, nothing about you is okay. Oh, damn. This man says nothing about you is okay with the Deen. Please stop.
I'm not a Muslim, so what's the point of saying that?
No, I respect the fact that you've cast it off. Yeah, so I guess he's saying don't
say that to
mention.
people that believes in their religion. It's like talking to a wall. You can say that to me 10 times. If I'm not a follower of that, I'm just gonna look at you like you're stupid.
I think he's saying that because you had said you come from a Muslim background.
I know, but like, I guess people really people are gonna focus on that no matter what I say.
Yeah. It's okay though. You got your experience, and now you're like, all right, now moving forward for my next interviews, my next media, I know what to say, what not to say. Just for fun, writes, even the gay cousin thought the Instagram was foul. That is crazy. What was that about?
That's not why she sent it. Because she saw a picture of a boy in there, and she sent the entire thing.
So why doesn't she like you?
She doesn't like me. She even said to one of my friends at the time in school, I don't even know why she came to America. She doesn't even speak English. She's been envious to me since I got here. For some reason.
Her ass.
I'm not sure, but her younger sister though, we're cool. Her younger sister is great. Like,
low key though, you should just beat her ass one time for your boy.
Austin sent a CashApp and said, we need a drip cam for her, full 360.
Real quick though, could we?
No.
We can't get the drip cam?
No.
Why
Not-
do you know what the drip cam is?
no, what is that?
Okay. Damn, you said no, you didn't even know what it is.
Stand up?
Wait, you didn't you said no, you don't even know what the drip cam is?
But I assumed it's I have to stand up, and you said 360. So like,
Well, a drip cam is a colloquialism among the African Americans for like your clothing, right? So like when you have nice clothing, and so when on my podcast, kind of similar to the Fresh and Fit podcast, they have a bunch of ladies. We have ladies, but in ours are generally models, and so they'll come out, show their outfit, and we carry on.
I have nothing to show, so it's cool.
Now let me ask you this, and this is one of the things I find to be strange and hypocritical. So you would turn your butt and face it directly at the camera in booty shorts. But right now you feel like it would be completely inappropriate.
No. That's not why I said I would just rather not stand up right now, honestly. That's it. I have my personal reasons, but that's not one of the reasons. If it was a regular day, I would have done that. But just not
what's irregular about today?
I just don't want to stand up right now.
Okay. That's deep. All right, we're gonna carry on. Hey, gentlemen, I don't purport to understand them.
Leave me. He sees other things in me that he doesn't see in that girl.
Yeah.
He just wants her because men can do that.
Wow.
They can.
That's what.
Okay,
women could
hold
do that too, though.
on. If he cheated now, would you leave him?
I don't know.
If he cheated now and I find out,
Would you leave him?
yes, I would.
Yeah, but you just said that's what men do.
Well,
Hey,
that's
hey,
what men do.
well,
Doesn't mean that's what I agree with.
Right,
They can do that. Like,
Shout out to Fresh. He came out in the cut off sleeve shirt like he diesel. Shout out to Fresh. I don't know what the hell he was on that night, but this man said, "I'm coming with the cutoffs out here, y'all hoes." Now you said you've been with the boy. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with this question right after this. Pay attention to this question too, because I know you'd be forgetting my questions. Sith writes, "Every day, more lies." End quote. So you said, okay, I've been with my black boyfriend. We've overcome so much. We've overcome segregation. We've overcome Jim Crow. We've overcome all these barriers, and I've been with him for half a decade. But if he gets his dick wet with one of these Miami thoughts, I'm out of here. That doesn't seem like that makes a lot of sense. And I'm not trying to change your perspective because I really don't care what you do, but can you just help us understand the philosophy behind this?
I mean, there's not really much to explain. It's just growing up, I've taught, cheating is not the right thing to do. So if someone does that to me, I wouldn't agree with it and I would leave. And honestly, they're going to ask me second following question. What if the next person you get on cheats, right? And I said,
real quick, let me ask you this. You keep referring to what you were taught growing up. You were also taught that black people ain't shit growing up, but you're still with a black guy. So you were also taught about Islam growing up, but you don't currently practice Islam. So why do you keep acting like your behavior is wired from your upbringing?
I guess I took what made sense to me from each of these cultures. So whatever made sense to me, I just kept it with me. And
okay.
By that, yeah.
Okay.
On CashApp, we have Vilkin said she'll do it for the gram, but won't do it for you.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's that we've already established the context of morality here and what females
I have very little space to move. Okay, I'm not moving right now.
What females do is, if I created a no judgment zone and I was like a non-judger, then she would just do it. But after going on Fresh and Fit and they're just talking greasy about the IG, and then she comes on here already knowing what the culture is that she's in the midst of, like, it doesn't benefit her to do it, right? So that makes perfect sense. That's fairly predictable.
And this is my last podcast, by the way. Like, I'm not.
So what?
This is my last podcast. I'm not going to any more podcasts. I wasn't even gonna come here, but since I seen this as an opportunity to explain my side,
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I still have my own set of morals, and I still have like things that I live by.
All right. Well, you said that you're you computer science major and you're an engineer, so I would assume you're fairly sound with logic and numbers, right?
Yes.
What if I told you, statistically speaking, men are only as faithful as their options? They're always going to cheat. The guy you're with right now probably has had some strange.
You just don't know.
You just don't know.
Could be possible.
So let's now that you know the staggering stats, what are you going to do?
What am I going to? I'm still going to leave.
Damn. She dedicated to that outcome. So Taz,
They tried their best. Listen, I was just my brain was getting fried in there. I was like, what? Some of the answers that I even gave, I came back and was like, I'm clearly not fast enough to think on my foot. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So Roland writes, of course her parents don't approve of her black American boyfriend. The BBC is the non-black American parents' number one worst possibility. This is a big reason why non-black girls chase BBC. What is BBC? What's BBC?
I wonder.
You don't know? Oh,
No.
I'm trying to figure. I figure after 5 years, you might have figured it out. I'm trying to figure this out. I thought you might be able to help me. Real name Kevin writes, why would she date a black man and hide him when she knows it isn't safe for him within her culture? How does this make sense?
That's a really good question.
I'm almost like, tell me this, Taz. If I pull up in Bangladesh, can I get any 304s or like, what's up? Am I like about to just be completely dry out there, or I'm gonna be able to catch me something?
Time changed honestly when I went back this year to my country. Girls are so different, like girls and guys. It's a little westernized, I would say. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not
Okay,
sure.
so I might be able to function. Okay.
Vilkin is back on Cash App. He wrote, nah, my fault, Saint. My apologies. Judgment free.
Right.
Also, judgment free. I know you guys are talking about that Instagram stuff. That's, you know what Planet Fitness is?
Yeah.
It's actually a joke related to that. Not that I'm wearing bikini and it's judgment free. So say whatever the you want to say. It's because my content isn't really. I'm sorry. See, that's what happens. I apologize because I know you don't like hearing cursing words. So
No, do what you do, baby. If you
no, moving forward, no cursing words for sure. But yeah, my bio is in regards to Planet Fitness because Planet Fitness says it's judgment free zone, but it's really not. If you've been to Planet Fitness, you would know why.
The lunk alarm. Yeah.
I had that on my bio, but I took it off because I had to add something else. So.
Because I'm a smart girl. I went to school. I have a great family.
Oh, you went to school, mathematically speaking.
Yeah.
So if he cheated on you, what are the chances the next guy's going to also cheat on you, mathematically
speaking?
Probabilities here.
99%.
Yeah.
So is it in your best interest to leave?
Yep.
If that's the case, I'm just going to stop looking to Western men or like men that cheat. Well, I have seen my father.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I've noticed being here and being in another country. I've noticed the difference between the difference in quality of men. And I don't mean like a guy has to have like $1 million to be a quality
hold
guy.
on, let me get this straight. So you're saying you would stop looking at
Taz.
What? Sorry.
Do you talk dirty?
Do I know? I suck
No.
at it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Not even with my boyfriend, I suck at it.
I can
On
do that.
Cash App, we have Trey said, how old was her boyfriend when she met him at age 16?
Oh, he trying to set that man up for a case. How old was he?
No, he was 20. I think we have a 4-year age gap. Yeah, he was 20. But it fell under the law. So.
Carrying on.
I don't know if this computer's gonna die though.
On PayPal, we have Rick said, peace to the saints, tuition, and to the young female. What are your intentions with your current boyfriend for the future since your parents don't know about him yet?
So here's the deal. I love this man and I want to be married to him. I honestly cannot imagine living with someone else. I couldn't. So he is going to be in my life forever, for sure. Nobody can change my life. Nobody can change that. My parents are just going to have to accept it because I'm the one who's going to get married, live my life, etc. They have already lived theirs. So I think it would be very unfair for them to have an issue with who I want to be married with. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when it comes. It's not here yet. So yeah.
Dig it. Dang. He caught him some fresh water. You say he was 20, he was 16. He was like, that's fine. Carry on. That's within the law in Florida? That's
the law? Well, yeah, because the cops got involved and they said from 16 to 21 or 22, I think 24. I don't remember the age, but there was a range where it's legal. If
if he can be up to 24 and you can be 16?
Yeah. I believe that was the law.
I'm for sure not trying to promote this. Let's just everybody stick with 18, please. I'm not trying to have anybody catch a case. I was watching The Saint and the Sinner. Nah, you wasn't watching me. You was watching R. Kelly. Carrying on. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
at Western men who are the most feminized, feminism is the strongest, equality, etc., and you're going to go somewhere where it's poorer, where the women have
Not
less rights.
necessarily
traditional.
poor.
Well,
I come from a very poor country, and
yes.
I don't think we have any less right than. Well, we definitely do.
Okay, let's keep it 1,000.
Okay.
The poorer the country, the more the genders revert back to their traditional gender roles. That's just how it goes. So you are in the most modern, egalitarian, equal society ever. Men are shamed for cheating on women in the United States. It's not acceptable here. So you're telling me you're going to go where it's good for y'all, you have the most advantages, and regress to a country where men are more dominant typically than women, and cheating is kind of looked at like,
well, it depends kind of like
and you come from a Muslim background. Come on.
This man then layered in 30 different conditionals before he had you answer that. Okay.
My answers were honestly all over the place because I don't know how to argue with people like him. Honestly, I don't.
So if you're never going to go on a podcast again, then how are you going to like work on growing your brand? Like what's...
Well, I never said I wouldn't make my own, but
okay. What you gonna be talking about?
Go on, like, let's say Myron's podcast. I would never go back there ever again. Ever.
He said never.
He's
Now,
never in your face ever again. I hope I don't see him again either.
It seems like you actually have some resentment toward Myron.
No, he's a hypocrite.
Tell me more.
Like he mentioned that the roles revert back. The poorer the countries, that's not necessarily true. There are countries where men stay home and women go work. And
what country is that?
Philippines, I believe. Yeah.
Philippines is shout out to my Filipino fans. I love the Filipino people. They're some of the most friendly, honest, hardworking people on the planet Earth.
They are.
But the Philippines
I have a lot of Filipino friends.
Is a victim of economic situations, which is to say you have a lot of white tourists who go there for sex tourism, or let's say Western tourists who go there for sex tourism. And the Philippines, I think, is one of the top 5 countries in terms of transvestites. And they have this as an option to their sex tourists. So they're very much backward and contradictory in their values. The same thing is true of Thailand. So what you're having is their culture is reacting to economic needs. So I for damn sure wouldn't use Philippines as an example of anything. But shout out to the Filipinos. Carrying on though. So okay, so long story short, y'all didn't agree on that one.
No, yeah, I didn't really. I came back and thought about this whole podcast honestly, and then I was like, I don't agree with a lot of things he mentioned. He also how he basically made the Western culture seem like pretty good. You have your freedom here, you get to do this and that. Why would you go back to a third world country? He also disses Western women so much. He hates Western women for what they do, what they wear. So you're telling men go back to the other countries to get wives that are not Western, yet stay in Westworld, cheat, have the time of your life, like, do you see what I mean though?
Oh yeah, no, I think it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. He's giving men their best option.
But why does it have to be like that though? Why does he have to bring women down to uplift men? That's not how it should be.
I think that he doesn't view it as, and I don't want to speak for Myron, but I don't think the idea is that you're bringing women down. I think the concept is that you're bringing women to a situation where they can behave more naturally and thereby achieve higher levels of happiness. Because the truth is, when you observe the women in the West and you look at the things that they pursue and how they end in the, once they've done all the things they think are going to make them happy after they got the job, then they could afford the plastic surgery. And then they did all these things. And at the end, they're like a lonely mother. You dig? They got kids. Their kids are bouncing back and forth. They don't have a husband. They got all this plastic surgery. And then they're still not happy. And the data actually bears that out, which it tells you 2 things. One, that career women are less happy than homemakers. That's number 1. And number 2, that women have lower levels of happiness than men in America. And that's because the women, they don't get joy out of pursuing money. They get joy out of pursuing family. So men, we actually focus on the thing that truly makes us happy, which is achievement. Women are busy trying to outman a man. They're trying to beat us at what we do. not realizing that even if they beat us at it, they're not gonna get an award for that.
Yeah, but it's different for every woman though. Like some of us, we were taught that since we were little. For example, my mom was a professor growing up, and I saw her work all the time. And I mean, I had to, as an immigrant in America, I had to do it always on my own. There was like my parents are not rich in America. We couldn't afford many things, so I had to go out there and work for my own thing to protect myself. So, like financially.
I understand that. That's reasonable.
Okay, we have Trey came back on Cash App. He said the law is an 18-year-old can't even mess with a 17-year-old.
In Florida. Okay.
Um,
I don't know. I ain't gonna find out.
Romeo and Juliet. You need to look up before you speak because there is a law called Romeo and Juliet law, which allows the age range between 16 to 24 to have sex. So if it was consensual, they're not gonna get in trouble if it's within that age range. That is a law that exists.
Okay.
Okay, Matthew came in on Cash App and said, peace to the saints.
Peace to the saints. Yeah, I think that you bring up a meaningful point, and this is a narrative I've heard from a lot of African-American women as well, which is that, we might have started in poverty, and most often it's exaggerated. It's not real poverty. They just don't have as much as they might see on television or Instagram, but they say, hey, we had to work, and so this is what we're oriented on now. Okay. Oh, really?
This one came as up high.
Shout out to Frankie. He writes, if I was casually to one like this, if I was talking casually to one like this, I'd have Cam Plus audio record on deck. This is a walking problem. Uh-oh. Wow. You're just hurt, and not everybody will just say yes to your stance, even when it's a faulty one. Frankie just showed up. Now, here's the thing. So now you're an adult, right? Mm-hmm. And you're 21. Would you be willing to, if you end up marrying a man, I don't know the nature of the guy you're dating right now, but say you end up marrying a traditional man and he says, hey, love, I'm making enough for both of us. You don't need to work. If you'd like to just stay home and take your Instagram photos, whether it makes money or not, you can do that. You don't need to go into corporate.
Would I do that? Honestly, I really can't answer that question until that happens, sort of, because I did work hard for my career. However, like being home, being a mom, just doing wifey things. I mean, why not? That's great. So I can't really answer that until I cross that bridge.
Fair enough. Now, one thing I will want to say, for not for you, but for everyone watching, your ass don't want to wait till you get into a situation to then get prepared. You should be preparing for things. Like if it's a boxing match, you should practice boxing before the match. You don't wait till you're in the match. You're like, now let me figure this out. Just for everybody else, not for you. You keep doing what you're doing. Just for fun, right? Who pays the bills in your relationship, and who makes the most?
He pays the bills, and I pay two different bills, just the groceries and the light bill, and he pays the rest. And what was the second question?
Who makes the most?
He makes the most. He trades stocks. I'm an engineer.
Successfully, it sounds. Congratulations. Shout
out.
No,
he's doing great.
Yeah, shout out to him. Happy to hear that. That's a beautiful thing. Okay. Well, good for him. Mm-hmm. All right, we're almost finished with these clips real quick, and then we're gonna let you go. I know you got to get them thighs.
Oh, man.
Hurrah!
No. We're gonna have 4 wives.
Yeah, but also you guys always say that Muslims can have 4 wives, but if you look in the Quran, you have to ask your first wife. Why leave him? Because he cheated on me. He lied.
Should be a good side chick.
Maybe what they're trying to say is,
it's only us, babe.
Do you rather your current boyfriend cheat on you, or you rather break up with him and any other guy cheat on you anyway? Because all guys cheat is what they're trying to say.
Whether you know it or not, I cannot really answer this question because I don't believe that.
I
don't believe everybody cheats.
Logically speaking.
I just want to say shout out to women, because I appreciate women who either are like, you know what, I'm going to accept the true nature of man, especially successful, dominant men. They're going to do what they're going to do. Or the women who say, I'm not going to accept it, but I'm going to be gullible enough to believe that men don't cheat. Both of them are a beautiful thing. I hate the women in the middle that they're not intelligent enough to accept what a man really is, and they're not gullible enough to just ignore it. And they over here acting like they're the damn FBI trying to find everything. Those are women that kill me. Shout out to ABZ. He writes, what does her family think of her BF being on her iGizzle?
On her.
I think he's probably talking about your parents, because your gay cousin already saw him on your IG.
Wait, what? Can you please repeat that?
He's basically saying, what do your parents think of your black boyfriend being on your Instagram?
They just ignore it at this point. They ignore everything because they know the culture I grew up in is significantly different than the culture they grew up in. So, like I said, we are in an agreement right now.
Beautiful.
No, I don't believe that.
You don't think your dad ever cheated on your mom?
No,
You
not
really
my
think
dad,
that
not
cheated on your
my father. I can tell you that. My dad,
You know what? That might be true, because your father, I think, is like a more of a feminine.
Can I say something though?
You can say whatever you like.
So that girl right next to me that believes, every man cheat.
Which one? You talking about the pale
The
one?
girl next to me. The girl next to me. There's only one girl next to me because Abby's next to me.
Okay.
Her. The reason why I believe she believes every man cheats is because she puts it out on social media that her father cheated. She grew up seeing her father cheating, so she's seen that growing up, and she already accepted it, like mentally. Like, okay, I seen my father cheat, so every man in this world, every man in this world definitely cheats because my father cheated on my mom. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Do you want a man who is below average, average, or above average?
I want a man that will be with me and only me, and we can have a happy family together without any issues. And doesn't matter what he can't, obviously he can't be making 20, 30, 40,000 a year. I'm not saying like he has to be like he can be anything, but it's basically someone who can make me happy. And we can agree on things and make our relationship work.
Okay. Do you want a man that's below average, average, or above average?
I don't know what you consider below average, average. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay. So we'll take, since it's a simple objective measure, we'll take finances, for example.
Okay.
Do you want a man who's, and mind you, to me, this is not the greatest measure. The greatest measure is of character and leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a man who is below average, average, or above average?
I guess average would work. Average. I'd say average.
I'm gonna whoop your ass when I see you. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Tell you, when you see me, your ass better start running. If you see me in Miami, your ass better start running. Did you just say
the reason why that was my answer is because I remember Myron mentioning that the above average guy, like you mentioned, those guys cheat, they want to do what they want to do, you basically can't be the only girl, right? That's what you guys say above averages. I don't want that for myself. I don't want a guy that's super rich, financially great, and out there cheating on me. I don't care about that if that's the case. That's why my answer went average, because
twisted. That's really twisted. Taz, that is deeply like, I'm scared, and I hope you don't have children, because that's some twisted
I don't
stuff.
have children.
No, I said I hope you don't have them. Like, I hope you don't produce any, because that's twisted.
That's really twisted.
No, well, you said what?
Why would you say that?
You're so insecure about either your man leaving you or thinking that another woman
I didn't say that's what I think, though.
You're interrupting me. Okay, go ahead. You talk.
That's not what I said, though. I said based on your definitions of what above average is, like, if that's what it is, if that's how every above average man is, you guys are just
that's actually, let me clarify.
That's how it is.
Let me hit you with some ism real quick. Soak this ism up. Every man is like that, but it's the men who are above average that can act on it more easily. So let me be clear to you. Every man would be thrilled if they could do the stuff that I do on a regular basis. The only reason they can't is because they ain't got money like that. They ain't got game like that. They ain't got personality like that. They don't know how to operate in finesse. They would do it if they could do it. So when we're talking about an above average man, we're not talking about a man who's a cheater because he's wealthy. Every man would cheat, which is if they have extra women. It's just that we are able to do it and basically tell shorty, like, look, either you gonna take that or you could dip. Whereas a guy who's a trash man or a janitor, he has to either lie about it or he's not able to get the women because they're like, bro, you clean up trash for a living. I ain't giving you this coochie. That's the issue. It's not that they have a different nature. They have the same nature. Or maybe it's like, okay, Marquett is chiseled and he be whooping ass and the other guy's overweight. So yeah, he'd like to have 2 or 3 women, but he can't get 2 or 3 women. All of us are the same. It's just the level we're on allows us to express our nature more fully. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. If that's the case, then if I can find a man that wouldn't do any of that, regardless of what,
He's gonna be feminine as hell.
Regardless of what his wealth is, then of course I would go for an above average man if I could, right? If I ever meet,
he's gonna be
whatever
feminine.
the case is, right? But if the definition that I told you before that they were telling me, if that's how it is, then I would rather go for below average. If they're telling me every above average man does that, if that's what they're telling me. So
yeah. No, I feel you on that. And we're about to go deep into your psyche right now. I'm actually really excited. I hope you're excited too. By the way, shout out to the ballers. Achilles writes, part of Quran chapter 4 verse 3 says, should say reads, I guess reads, but we say Allah said, then marry what seems suitable to you from the women 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear that you can not do justice, then marry one or what is possessed by your right hand. End quote. Nowhere does it say the husband has to ask the wife for permission. That's correct. She said that on the podcast. And as soon as she said that, I was like, that is not true. And it was agreed upon by others there, but I don't think any of them are sheikhs or Islamic scholars, neither am I. So it is immaterial. But that's correct. It does not require that the first wife gives permission. It requires that you have equity among the wives. But you're not Muslim anyways. I'm not Muslim anyway. So we're going to carry on. Shout out to Frankie. He writes, every man. Go ahead, love.
Sorry, I said, how do you know that if that you don't need the permission? Because that's what I went to an Islamic school. Like when I was little, that's what
Islamic school you go to.
No, it's mandatory though. You have to learn Arabic. You have to learn Arabic when you're little in the culture. You have to learn Arabic. So,
okay, well, tell me the verse from the Quran where it tells us.
I don't know the verse, but that's where they taught us.
Because if you went to Islamic school and you generally, even before you learn Arabic, you're going to learn the Quran in Arabic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me the verse. That's like, for example, the reason
I never finished the Quran. So what I remember, I'm telling you based on.
Okay, tell me a verse other than Surah Al-Fatiha.
Say what?
Okay, I thought you said you speak Arabic.
I never said I speak Arabic.
Oh,
I can read Arabic.
Take me on to the next super chat. Frankie writes, every man has his tendencies. Those above average will exercise no matter. Those below average will want to, but can't. How is this so hard to chew? The lack of experience in life shows. Taz, check this out. This is, and I'm gonna tell you this. Oh yeah, this is the thing, Taz. And number one, you're a beautiful woman because you're very vulnerable and you're very fragile. And there's a level of appeal to that. There's a level of appeal. But I do want to tell you this, Taz. You are the woman that would sacrifice everything. You would crush a marriage, you'd crush a family, you'd even send a nigga to jail if he cheated on you. And one, that's a terrible thing, but what it comes from, and I hope that you can take this and one day like really like look in the mirror and like think over this, is it only comes from insecurity and jealousy. The insecurity that either A, he'll leave you, or B, he'll find a woman he likes more, meaning you're not getting the attention. And so there's like a damn near fatal drive for attention. And because the insecurity and the fear of him finding a better woman and the ego and the narcissism and the self-focus is so strong, that's why the cheating matters so much to you. And you'll sacrifice everything to protect your ego. Have you ever considered that?
Not necessarily. This is how I see it. I grew up in a very broken family. Okay.
Okay.
My dad wasn't there when I was like a newborn, and then like me and my mom, we don't have a relationship pretty much. Like we don't talk that's how the culture is, though. We don't say I love you to each other. We don't communicate that much. We're just supposed to go to school and do good. That's all they focused on since I was growing up. School, 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 study, 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 whatever. So
No, I understand that. That's a definitely problematic. Alfonso writes, you don't need the permission because it's allowed by a law. Ooh, talk to me. But it would be wise to ask permission to prevent issues with the wives. Absolutely. In fact, I'd rather her go bring the wife back. That'd be more convenient for everyone. Taz, I respect, one thing I respect about you is like, while there's some things that you might be blind to about yourself, I think you're also still a very honest woman. And, even though some things might not necessarily, add up, I think you're still always presenting yourself genuinely. And I think that over the long run, the people who watch you are going to appreciate that. And I also believe that there's some things that all of us have experienced in childhood. And once you're able to maybe work through or better understand those things and disconnect from some of them, it'll open up a world of infinite growth, because the truth is a lot of people, their parents weren't quite maybe what they would have wanted, both the mother and the father. So I respect the fact that you have awareness of that. And I trust that we'll be able to make some progress. Chris writes, she thinks her family doesn't love her, but she thinks the streets do. Oh
that's
my Lord.
ignorant. That's very ignorant to say.
Oh my Lord. He said she think the streets do. Oh my goodness.
It's disrespectful.
Wow. Have you ever been with a dominant man?
It's crazy that these people are not like very Islamic good people judging me, right? But guess what? It's also said in the religion that nobody can judge you besides Allah. Like, if you know that. So you're not any better than me here.
Okay. Well, I mean, Allah has.
No, literally it says like nobody can judge another person. You don't literally have the right to judge besides God. So you guys are doing great.
Well, when you say literally, in Islam,
That's why the day of judgment exists. So
well, everyone has a day of judgment. It's when they
I'm
die,
sure
right?
people are very referring back to the religion and Quran and etc. So yeah.
Yeah. But you're not Muslim anyways, right? Like, you're not Muslim.
Not, but people are treating me like I am. You're reading the comments, so
you need to mess with this ism. You heard me? I think if you mess with some of this sass, I think you'd be in a beautiful position. I think there's a lot of self-reflection that you'd really benefit from, and some letting go too. I think there's some letting go that you have to do. But one thing I do admire about you is that you're brave enough to, at some level, make your own path. And I respect that about you. We're gonna finish this up. We're gonna wrap up real quick. Make sure we don't miss any of this. You said they didn't got religious on you, huh, Taz?
In America, very good man. I know him since birth, of course. Not birth, but let's just say whatever. This man stayed here in Florida for 14 years without my mom, and he stayed with my uncle and auntie. They were all living together, family. I just don't think you guys understand like the cultural effect. Mm-hmm. So yeah, my dad never cheated on my mom, despite the fact
this is a different era.
Dad's good at hiding it.
I saw your dad in the strip club yesterday. What you talking about?
Does that make sense or
logically speaking.
Does that make sense? Logically.
Logically, it doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
If every man cheats, and most men cheats.
Yeah, most men, because
I would rather stay with the one that's I've been with 5 years.
Men don't cheat. Facts. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's all. We're trying to get you to say. So if your boyfriend cheats, I was asked if my boyfriend cheats, I would not stay with him. But
you dirty for that.
If you're asking me logically to answer that, would I go to a man that will cheat on me, like the next one? Or
on CashApp, we have Jamie said, "Mama word is everything. Cheating equals broken word."
Interesting. Okay. I'm not entirely clear on what that means, but okay. All right. He said what he said. What are the things that I want to make sure that you are able to get off everything that you came here to get off in terms of like clarifying, representing yourself, and are there any other points that you think were made or things you didn't get to clarify where you were on there that you want to clarify now?
I think the biggest thing, honestly, that hurt me the most was the Instagram part. The way they try to really say, oh, it gives hoish vibes, which I completely, nobody can make me think it actually gives hoish vibes. So from this point on, I don't care who says what. I personally don't think it does. I'm trying to be fair to myself because every person who tries to get into fitness influencing, they all post their progress. Like, if you want, why don't you pull out other fitness influencer women that post their physique updates?
That's a really logical thing you just said. It's very logical.
And just like Myron likes to put like women on his podcast, etc., to attract his viewers, right? Modern women, blah blah blah. In reality, those are just girls that are not even modern women. I don't think they're modern women. Whatever. He does that for pure attention, right? He wants viewers to watch it. Yeah. So if I don't put my body out there and I'm trying to sell something, and I'm not even putting it out there in a promiscuous ways, like in my opinion, maybe we have like different ways of viewing things, but in my opinion, I don't think I'm putting out anything promiscuous over there. I'm just putting out whatever like 99% of the female influencers do. Influencers are people that are into fitness.
Yes.
And they usually show their butt because girls, they have their gains in their legs. A man, when he shows off his body, it's more often or not, it's upper body. They're shirtless, they're showing off their muscles. I've seen so many of those. So yeah, I think that was unfair. And yeah.
So it's unfair if you're saying that you're not doing anything different than other female influencers. I don't think you're doing anything different. I agree with you there. So it's true. You're doing what they are also doing.
I have no idea. Some girls post workout in their underwears. I'm not judging, but if you're gonna call me a hoish vibes, you better look out there. Like what really like hoish vibes Instagram page look like. I see them all the time. But anyway.
DeHaven sent a cash app. He said, "Peace to the saints. Shorty got body though."
That's what's up. That's what's up. Look, I think the problem with the society is not that you're doing what other women are doing, which makes it okay. The problem that maybe wasn't elaborated on, which I'll elaborate on now, is this. You can't play follow the follower. You have to play follow the leader. Women are not the leaders. So what you're doing is you're following other followers. And where are they going to lead you to? Destruction. A woman without instruction is going to lead you to destruction. And these are all lonely mothers, half of them, or single young women who are without knowledge and experience. And you're following them, and it's just going to lead to destruction.
I don't follow women like that.
But you basically said you were doing what they do. You said, hey, other women show their gains, which is in their legs and their butt. So I'm going to do what they do, which is put on these little itty bitty shorts so I can attract male attention. That's what you just said. Am I wrong?
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Well, then whose attention are you attracting other than male's attention?
This is how I see it. If I am right now, if I'm testing out what works and what doesn't work, obviously I would rather do what works for most people.
Yeah.
So that's literally what I'm trying to do. Okay. Do you have any better idea? Like, I don't even know how to ask.
Your happiness?
I'd rather not ask, honestly.
No, that's a good question. That's a good question. Are you caught up?
Jamie came right back. He said, men's word is everything. Cheating equals broken word.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. So I'm glad you asked me that, Taz. That's actually a good question. So you said, do I have any other recommendations? So if you're asking me about recommendations for profitability, I can make that recommendation. If you're asking me for recommendations on how do you live a happy life, I can make that recommendation. And truth be told, I always like to answer the second one, which is how do you live a happy, wholesome life? And if you ask me, Quet, how do I have a happy, wholesome life? I say, well, number one, your father has been a terrible leader, and it's not saying you can't love him. And it's not me saying he's not a good man, or excuse me, a good person, but he's a terrible leader. So number one, whatever he taught you was the wrong shit. That's number one. And then number two, if you want to live a happy, wholesome life, you have to find a man who is dominant, which you missed out on in your father. You find a good man who is dominant, honest, disciplined, has values, has intelligence, and could provide. You won't need it because you're an educated woman with gainful employment, but he could provide. You find that man and you follow his program to the T. And a part of that program will be surely you not being an Instagram influencer, because all that's going to do is bring in poisons into your relationship. One, because if it becomes successful and escalates, that's going to be fewer clothes. The clothes are going to start reducing. Even if you were to become a model, all of a sudden the clothes are going to be less.
No, that's not true. I know so many fitness influencers, they literally wear either just as much as I do or even more, or like never less. I've seen like
shout out to X Prime Time X. So you're saying,
do
tell
you
me
guys
what?
not know? I guess it's just I'm into those stuff, so I know that these women. But
Wait, you
it's
said
like you
what?
guys try to speak for everyone else. Like everyone, like not everyone's trying to live the same life, though. Isn't that true? Like
No, but human beings are basically the same. And I say this as a person who's traveled around the world. I'm on my 4th passport. So I've had a chance to observe human life at a level that most people have not. That's including statesmen. Shout out to Just for Fun. He writes, you're an engineer. It would make sense to create a side hustle from that angle. Why a fitness influencer? So he's basically saying, why don't you make an app or something? Why are you like, I'm gonna show these
actually
yams?
working on that too. I'm actually working on that too with one of my senior developers. But honestly, engineering, I don't want to do anything with that with social media. I don't. That's my job. I love doing it. I worked hard for it. I literally programmed for 8 hours straight and even more. So after that, I want to do something else, something fun. I don't think you understand how stressful this industry is. Like being a software engineer, it's freaking stressful.
Shout out to X Prime Time X. He writes, she seems like a nice girl, but research has been done on the state of the female in the West. And I can tell the way she talks shows she does not look at the numbers. Peace to the saints. Raguman writes, what she doesn't understand is that if a woman shows skin, a man is going to see you as an object.
But why should I care about those men though? I don't care about those men. Like I knew when I started this, I knew like even the person I spoke to about marketing, he even said like whether you want it or not, if this is what you're going to pursue, a lot of your audience is going to be male. So that's when it comes like you have to mentally prepare yourself for that. So I know exactly how to handle that.
Do you plan on ever opening an OnlyFans?
Never. I never even thought about it.
Okay. Would you do a lingerie model shoot?
Lingerie, like what do you mean? Like those underwear for Victoria's Secret, etc.?
You don't know what lingerie is?
Well, I'm asking, are those like
got him, coach?
Girl, are you talking about underwear or like the fancy stuff in Victoria's Secret? That's what I'm asking.
Girl,
well, either way, no. Either way, no. I haven't.
Just say, sir, yes, sir. Quit playing with me. You over here playing games right now. To ask you, would you do a lingerie shoot? And you're like, well, what is lingerie?
Yeah, what do you consider lingerie? Like I have bikini pictures up there already.
Right.
I asked you for elaboration.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to elaborate though. But
cool.
So your issue was that they said that these your IG is
Boyish vibes and OnlyFans content. Yes.
Okay. I wouldn't say it hit the OnlyFans level, but I would say you clearly said to yourself, I know what gets likes and follows. It's the butt. I'm going to put this on Front Street. So I see that. And you know, one thing I actually wonder when I was looking at your photos, because you are very developed from a muscular perspective. I did wonder, did you compete, like, or would you compete in terms of physique?
No, I actually, I do compete in USAPL.
What's that?
Yeah, USAPL, USA powerlifting.
Okay.
You know what powerlifting is, right?
Yeah, but I was more so talking about for physique, like, you know, like
not really. So like I don't like the bodybuilding part. Honestly, it's difficult for women. You start looking too masculine, so I don't prefer that look. So like I love powerlifting because you don't have to look certain ways. You just need to lift heavy weight, which I enjoy. And yeah, I do bodybuilding on the side, like after powerlifting workouts.
Can I ask you a question? Right here in this photo right here.
Where?
You're holding something. What are you holding? What do you, oh, you can't see my mouse?
No.
Okay, it's the upper left corner. That picture.
It's just a picture. I post for the picture. That's all I see it as.
What are you holding though? It appears that you're holding something, ma'am.
My boobs.
So you're holding a titty in your hand. Why are you holding a titty in your hand, madam?
It's just a selfie. That's all I see it as.
I know, I'm fair enough. Actually, I don't take selfies, but I've taken selfies before. And I'm never in the selfie like.
This is a brand deal. This is one of my.
And they said, hold your titty, or is it like for the tank
They
top?
didn't say anything. I just had to make the clothes look nice enough to sell. That's it.
Okay. And the brand deal is the top?
Top and the bottom. Both.
Okay. Now, you know the ironic thing, and I don't understand these people, but as a businessman, I'm always looking at the target audience, right? The target demographic, the consumer I want to market to. And if I was looking at a woman's IG like yours, I would say, okay, her fan base is probably overwhelmingly male. With that being the case, I'm not going to sell women's clothes to men. So it wouldn't even make sense to give you a brand deal for women's clothes.
I have 4 of them in the last 4 months. So
that's fascinating. But do you understand what I'm saying from a business perspective?
Yeah, no, I get it, but I've sold clothes. So
that's fascinating.
Girls like to look sexy, whether you believe it or not. Majority of the girls on my Instagram, they really like how I dress.
What percentage of your following do you think is female?
Not, I think I know. I do have majority of my followers are male, which is on the 60s. I believe last time I saw somewhere between 60 to 65, and the rest is women. It's because my Instagram reaches a lot of people.
So you said your IG, you believe, is about 40% female followers?
Is it 40? I'm not sure. You have to.
Damn, I could have sworn you just said you don't think you know. That was a quote.
I said 60 to 65%, 60 to 65% male, and the rest is female.
So that'd be about 35%.
I didn't say a number for female. I remember the number for male.
So by omission, or excuse me, by using mathematics, arithmetic, we can infer that about 35% are females, right? And if we now 35, fives usually round up, so that'd be approximately 40%. So 40% would mean 4 out of 10. Okay, so we'll just look at some data here. I'm a business guy, so you're getting a free consultation right here. So 4 out of 10 is 40%. So here's your followers. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all dudes, and we're going to scroll up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all dudes. So that's 10. So out of 10, there's 0 females. So theoretically, it should have been 4 females that we just saw. We'll just try it again.
But there are female followers, and they're more than.
No, I can dig it. So here's another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those were all dudes. Look at another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are also all dudes. So you now have, so there's been 0 females. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the data that you just spoke to, I don't believe that it's accurate. And that's fine. It's fine. But as a business person, you got to understand your data. And I'm going to go out and probably say that of your following, of the real ones that are actually human beings, not bots, you probably got about 6% female following tops, 6% tops. To put a legitimate career at risk for this, I feel like it's a very female thing to do. It's a misguided.
How am I putting my career in risk for this? First of all, I always mention my Instagram is purely my hobby.
Okay.
I always mention that I don't even have anything planned. Like, what don't you get about that part? This is purely my hobby. I mentioned I cook for 8 hours and more. I like to do something outside of work. Okay. I'm not leaving my job. I'm not working part-time at my job. I'm not stopping what I'm doing. I never stopped my education for anything. So how are you saying I am risking my career?
You know, one thing I like to do every now and then, instead of answer the question, I like to ask you, what do you think I'm thinking?
I have no idea because.
Nah, you smarter than that. You smarter than that.
I'm not sure what you're thinking because.
Nah, you smarter than that. You smarter than that. I'm not gonna let you get off. What do you think? I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to think while I read this, but I want you to, like, why do you think Marquett thinks that my activities online might put my real career at risk? Just for fun, writes, she said on the podcast, quote, "You don't need math to be a programmer," end quote.
Thank you for bringing
That's
that up.
why the math ain't mathin'. Oh Lord.
I didn't didn't say that. Wait, no. Well, I did say that. You don't
No,
need
you
math.
did say that, and I distinctly remember like what?
No.
When you
I
said
do
that.
remember that, and I'd like to clarify. Like, I love how people on the internet doesn't know anything, and they like to tell you, "Oh, she's not a real software engineer. She's probably like a UX UI developer. She's probably like a front blah." But that's not true.
They did you like that?
No, yeah. Look at this comment. Like, what does it say? She said on the podcast, "You don't need a math, whatever." You actually don't need math for software engineering. When you go in the field, you'll realize that how much less of math you need than what you did in school. Like, I haven't had to use math just yet. Like I said, I'm a front-end Angular developer.
No.
We use logic, we use our critical thinking, we use our analysis, but we don't use math. However, if you go computer science route, you'll take a lot of math: calculus 1, 2, 3, physics 1, 2, 3, statistic, everything. However, if you just want to do computer science and you don't want, like, there is also a program, it's called BA, where you can just do computer science and you don't have to take as much math.
Oh,
Where
Bachelor of Arts.
Bachelors of Arts, which those are easier, but you can still get a job. And to be a programmer, you don't even need a degree. You don't even need a degree.
Right.
You can learn how to program. The best programmers are actually the one that dropped out of schools.
I'm not gonna sign off on that, but
No,
we'll
like,
carry
look,
on.
Mark Zuckerberg. What is he? He used to be a software.
How many Mark Zuckerbergs are there? Number one.
Not much.
And
not
then number
much.
two, which college did he drop out of?
Okay, let's say in my company, majority of the seniors, they're not even college graduated.
I don't believe that. I bet
You
my
don't
life
believe that,
that's not true.
really?
I will bet my life. I will bet my whole life that that's not true. There's a mythology that university is not necessary. You're correct. It's not necessary, but understand
To be
this.
a programmer.
And I actually know this because one, I ran a software company, and ironically, it was in higher education. So I happen to know the data on both sides of what we're discussing. And one thing I can tell you is that those who do not get a university degree on average make about $1 million less over a lifetime, which is to say that a university degree is the clearest way out of poverty today in the developed world. That's the facts. Secondly, when you reference unique minds like Mark Zuckerberg, who not only had unique levels of IQ, but he also has a unique background and heritage. He's Jewish, which is a tremendous advantage culturally, and then in terms of actual network. Furthermore, he went to Harvard, was it? The fact that you can get into Harvard. Yeah, the fact that you can get into Harvard is already a mark of your level of diligence and intelligence. So to drop out of Harvard is radically different than most people who drop out. I know this because my technology that I created was about preventing college dropouts. The college dropout profile is not white males, by the way, and it's certainly not Harvard students, by the way. So you're basically using what's called an anomaly. He's an anomaly or an outlier in the data set. So that's probably why math is important, because you're using a rare case to represent the mean or the average, which is not true. So math is very important, and university degrees are generally helpful.
But the question was, do you need math to become a programmer? No, it depends what kind of programmer you want to be. Like, a front-end Angular developer wouldn't really need it. Like, maybe a full stack, yes. That's when you're going to deal with data structures and algorithm, maybe yes, but you don't need math to be a software engineer.
Fair enough. And mind you, I never argued with you on that one.
People are, though. People, and it's annoying how people are telling me I'm not software engineer because, I do different things.
That's foul, though. No, that's foul. But this is what comes with fame, right? People make up things about you. Yeah. People are jealous. This is what comes with fame. It's there's always duality in life. But I believe that you wouldn't make up that you're at a Fortune 100 company. I think that's a big lie to make up. I don't think you'd make that up.
You really don't think I'm like a Fortune 100?
Were you listening? I said, I don't think you would make up that lie. I said,
you said you don't think I'd make up that lie. Okay, sorry. I heard that wrong. So
yeah, I'm saying I believe you. I believe you on that.
Okay.
On nothing else, but on that, I believe you. Just for fun, right? Lady, I'm getting a BS in computer science. He's like, lady. This guy's like a New Yorker on the subway. Lady, I'm getting a computer science BS. The engineers that get paid the most are doing a good amount of math. I was basically saying you don't get paid like that. Oh, man. Okay. I guess he said that just for fun, huh? All right.
These people really think they know everything.
Oh, no, the internet. Yes, they do know everything. They do. Absolutely. Yeah, when you get you some haters, it's a whole different ball game.
That's why I said I've never.
Strong cultural, religious, financial, educational, social differences between the cultures that will vastly change how you view relationships and your ability to lock down a guy. Like a lot of Western women like feel like this guy's not good enough for me.
But let's say a guy that's 30 years old, right?
Yeah, sure.
A guy that's 30 years old and I'm 21. I like arranged marriage a guy that's 30 that's gonna come here. I don't think he's gonna use me for visa and stuff because my brother, he's 30. And when he came here, he was around that. Okay, sorry, I'm all over the place, but sorry.
I'm just looking at you.
Yeah.
Really didn't change his ways. He always wanted an arranged marriage. He always wanted one guy, one girl with him. So an arranged marriage. He always wanted one guy, one girl with him. So when you bring a guy when you're 30, your mindset is kind of set, right? Like it's kind of hard to change your mind.
Okay, so you're basically using your brother as an example of guys who are not going to be cheating. Can we keep it a buck real quick? Can you keep it a buck with me?
Sure.
All right, Taz. Your brother, is he the head turning guy? Like, is he the guy that he walks by and chicks are like, wait, oh, who's that? Is he that guy?
Not here, but back in the country, yeah, he was.
Okay, let's look at it like this, because I've traveled around a lot of countries. If you dropped him in 20 different countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would he be a head turner in 20 different countries? Like on average.
20 different countries, depending on.
Just say no. God damn it. Just say no. When you know, you know. He ain't a head turner. Let's just keep it real. He's like
I'm really trying to be fair. I'm not going to be out here insulting my brother.
No, it's not about insulting. It's just about keeping it real. Like, for example, if you ask me certain things about people I love, I'm just going to tell you what's real. I'm not going to insult them. I'm just going to tell you what's accurate.
The possibilities, I don't know.
That's a no. Okay, because if it was a yes, you'd be probably,
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a no. It's okay.
Well, how can I look at my brother that way anyway?
No, I mean, just things are what they are, right? Like there's.
Like my brother would never answer that question because how conservative he is. Like would 20
Your
guys...
brother can't be conservative. It's impossible. He's not in a conservative family. How could he possibly be that conservative?
No, well,
it's not even possible.
He's conservative when it comes to like women, I guess.
That's because he don't get none. That's the whole point.
He was taught to get none. So
no, but the thing is, there's certain things about you as a male when you're appealing that your women are going to come to you. Like when
he had many girlfriends though in his life, like when he was young.
He had many girlfriends, but you said he's conservative. That's not a conservative thing to do. Taz, you tripping?
What do you mean? I literally said that he was back in the country.
You tripping? You tripping?
Mindset at that point.
What you think?
I think so.
Well,
yeah, I think honestly it depends on
the person. I'm talking based on what I learned in psychology, but anyway. Maybe I think so. Okay.
In psychology.
So yeah, I don't think if a guy that
can somebody ask that broad to quit adjusting her fake wig?
Comes in here, all he knows is me, and I'm the one like teaching him around about America. I don't think that guy's gonna go cheat on me. Like, is that what you don't think?
Dang, that was the most scary idea I ever heard. Taz, you were just thinking like an incel dude. You were just thinking like an incel dude. You basically became a passport bro, and you're like, look, this is the stereotype of white guys flying the Philippines. You get a poor girl from the Philippines, you bring her back here. She think you the richest man on earth, and you're like, oh, she's not gonna cheat on me. I did so much for her. I taught her everything she knows. I know all the people she knows because I introduced her to those people, and she don't even really go outside like that, so I'm safe here. Like, you know, you sound like a passport bro right now, right?
The only reason why I haven't answered those questions is because it was asked to me. I don't care about any of these topics, to be honest. Okay. I don't even think about these things. I don't even think about these things, okay? So when they ask me, I'm like, okay, what would make the most sense? I looked at it from my perspective. If I learned so many things from a guy, I like the chances of me leaving that guy, like someone I learned so much from, someone who I lived such a long life with, and someone who bought me, like completely changed my life, I'll forever be grateful to that guy. Like I literally looked at it from my perspective, but on a daily basis, I don't really care what men, women do, what men are supposed to do, what women are supposed to do. I think everyone should live their life how it makes sense for them. As long as you're happy making it work, I think that's great.
You need some ism. Yeah. I invite you to this thing of ours. I hope one day you accept this ism into your life, love. Are there any last things you want to share with the people before we go?
No.
Should I give them a last look at them legs? Should I pull back up legs by Taz? I think they probably seen enough, right? Well, Saints, check out legs with Taz, legs with _ Taz on Instagram. Hit her link. She has protein and creatine, and apparently the creatine is working. They got the thighs big and juicy. And otherwise, yeah, that's that. And I do want to just make one note. If anyone watching has DM'd her or said anything rude on her comments or in her DMs, stop that, because she is a female. At the end of the day, she's a woman. That's not the way you behave toward a female in general. Even if she was a male, that's cyberbullying, and you just never know when someone's going to crack or what kind of pressure someone's under. And you forget that you're one of many people. You might be like one of 30 people that sent something impolite or insulting. So I just want to advise you guys not to do things like that to people. It's just not quite right. Otherwise, any other closing words before we wind down?
No.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing this time with us. It's been a real pleasure to get to know you and to chop up some of these topics. I'm wishing you much success with your social media business.
Thank you.